Indian tycoon Vijay Mallya's long-running saga with the country's banks over unpaid loans may finally be coming to an end. His now-defunct Kingfisher Airlines had racked up debts of roughly $1.3 billion that were largely satisfied on Wednesday, when the Enforcement Directorate, a federal financial frauds investigating agency, sold off Mallya's shares in beer maker United Breweries. The government agency said that it was able to transfer 58.24 billion rupees, $784 million, to a consortium of banks, led by the government-owned State Bank of India, with outstanding loans to the airline. The shares had been seized, along with other assets belonging to Mallya, after the banks alleged that he had defrauded them. Wednesday's payment was the second and the largest payment by the agency to the consortium. In 2019, the banks received 13.57 billion rupees, about $190 million, from another share sale. A third tranche of shares worth another 8 billion rupees, about $107 million, is expected to be sold in the next 2 days, the ED said. Mallya, who has been residing for the past 5 years in the UK, from where he is fighting his extradition to India, has so far been uncharacteristically silent about the recent sell-off. As the claims against him have wound their way through the legal system, Mallya had been tweeting his reactions to every new development. On June 4, for example, he posted, "Have been watching TV and the repeated mention of my name as a cheat and fraudster. Does nobody consider that my assets are far in excess of Kingfisher Airline borrowings, that have been attached by ED and the several of my settlement offers to repay 100%? Where is the cheating or fraud?" India's Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, expressed her approval for the payment by the ED when she tweeted, "Fugitives and economic offenders will be actively pursued, their properties attached and dues recovered." Following the latest share sales, Mallya's debts to banks seem to be largely satisfied, although his legal troubles don't appear to end there. Indian legal experts are divided about the recovery process. Criminal proceedings in India, as and when, against Vijay Mallya, would need to proceed on the presumption of innocence, and sale or transfer of assets attached by law enforcement authorities would not be an imputation of guilt, warned Sherbir Panag, a lawyer specializing in white-collar crimes and a partner at Panag Babu, a Delhi law firm. Zulfiquar Memon, managing partner of Mumbai firm MZM Legal, says that it's unparliamentary and unconstitutional to begin liquidating the assets of someone who hasn't faced trial yet. But, he adds, it is a mechanism that can be used to put more pressure on the absconders. Mallya's troubles date back nearly a decade to 2012, when his loss-making Kingfisher Airlines shuttered and he ended up owing banks over $1 billion as well as unpaid wages to airline staff. Mallya had provided personal guarantees for his airline's loans.